I don't know if you've noticed, but I was so busy yesterday that I did not post day 2 up. So I'm posting day 2 and day 3 together. And I'm so busy tomorrow. I'm gonna shoot 4 as well. Like video number 4 today, and I'm gonna post it tomorrow. So you're gonna see me with this hairstyle and the same shirt 2 videos in a row. Okay, cool? Cool, glad we had this talk. Okay, so welcome back to Talking with Jasmine. My voice is starting to come back a little bit better today, but I'm blowing my nose a lot this morning, which sucks. So I'm gonna like cut to the chase with this, so we don't have like super long videos, or yeah. Okay. Anyways, so something I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for Korea. If that's something to say. I thought about it. And I'm grateful for them for letting me be here. Honestly. I mean, I don't have a criminal record or anything, so again, thanks mom for raising me well. But I mean, I can come to America for I can come to Korea for like 3 months here without a visa, but for them to actually allow me to be here for the whole time being that I'm here, you know, to teach their kids and to live in their country, you know, it's nice. And you know, I feel like there are a lot of candidates that have applied that, you know, didn't get to stay here that long, probably usually because they probably did something they weren't supposed to. Other times I just feel like they didn't perform well, like maybe for one of the trainings or something, and then they had to leave. But you know, I'm just grateful that I was able to be here, and I've done well so far that I'm still here, you know. So in honor of this video is going to be about 5 things that I like about being a teacher here in Korea, because this is the job that I currently have right now. I don't know what other job I could probably have in the future here, but for now I'm a teacher. So, okay, number 1, making activity packets for my kids. I know as probably as dumb as that may sound, and even though I'm supposed to be teaching English, during testing weeks, so we have a practice test week and then an actual test week. And we were supposed to create activity packets for them during the speaking parts at the end of class. So the speaking parts, depending on how many kids you have, it could take up to 60 to 70 minutes. And so usually the teacher will go to another class and then like call different students in, or the students will go to another classroom. I mean, all teachers will always be in the rooms majority of the time to, you know, like look after them still. But no matter where the kids go, if kids do not have something to entertain themselves with, they will most likely talk a lot. And it's hard to do a speaking test with another student if other kids are talking around them. So we always make sure that each speaking test has a different question, versus the teacher that's talking to their students. So like each class has a different question. So even though your kids might hear the speaking question of that teacher's, it's not the same one they're gonna get, so they can't copy off the same answers. But creating activity packets for them, it got to a point in time where all of my kids are like addicted to them now, so they try to finish their work early, like super fast, so that they're like, teacher, do you have an activity packet for me? I've never seen kids so excited to get activity packets in my life. Like I felt like with the activity packets, actually, you know, I think I do have one from Halloween. Let me go see. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. Okay, so this is one that I made them for Halloween. I made them this one. So I have like some idioms and sayings, like a little maze, and then like this like question, just like little prompt thing about what Halloween is, and then they have questions. So it's still like, it's all in English, and it's still like grammar wise, but they need to read and answer questions. And I try to also make it a little fun. So like I give them words and they have to scramble them and then get the little message at the bottom. So that was pretty cool. Oh, I had an extra copy. I was wondering why it was so thick. 'Cause I don't think I made it that long. So I had 2 copies of it. And I told them to create their own little pumpkin to try to make it fun. Something that doesn't have words on it. And then I gave them a word search. And they love these word searches. I'm like, okay, this was like a punishment in America. Like, if you couldn't watch TV, you got grounded, and you wanted something fun to do, you could either color or do a word search. And these kids love this. Like it's the best thing ever. And I'm like, you guys study and work so hard that the funnest thing you could do is a word search. Like, these kids are crazy about these. And then it's like a little a hidden picture thing where they have to find the things in there. And actually, there's a lock, and it's right there. And then there's a lizard, and it's right there. Okay, anyways. I don't know how long I held that up for, but if you found all of them, just that quick, cool. Put it in the comments below. Let me go put these back so I can make copies of this probably for next year, if I'll still be there. Okay, but yeah, I love making those activity packets. Like, I feel like my whole 1 hour prep time that I have before my students come in, like, I'm literally searching for like the best thing. Like, I feel like all the teachers now compete on who can make the best packet for their kids. But yeah, that packet came in handy because unfortunately their test week was the week of Halloween. So I gave all of my classes that packet because they were like, oh, teacher, it's Halloween, we have tests. And so I also gave them candy as well. So they were happy about that. But I made sure that all test stuff was done first. And we got through everything we needed to get through first. And then they got rewards for their hard work. Number 2 would probably just seeing them grow and learn. Like, seeing them develop and see them developing their skills. Because a lot of the time, a lot of the kids, some of their skills are really strong and some of them aren't. And so to develop and help them like strengthen their weak skills, and to see them as like really shy, not really talking and participating, to a few weeks later you're seeing them participate more and understanding more and like speaking English better. Like, seeing them do that, it's such a great feeling, and to know that I'm a part of that also means a lot to me. What else? Oh, I guess like seeing how much faith and trust like these Korean parents and the Korean teachers, like the co-staff, like have in me as a teacher. Like, they trust me to like teach these kids and have them like, by the time the level tests come up, like they pass the level tests, like all the trust that they have in me it's a good feeling. It's a lot of pressure, but it's also a really good feeling. What else? How I don't have to deal with the Korean parents directly. And like my Korean co-teacher, like she does that for me. And I guess it's mostly because of the language barrier, but at the same time, some of these moms can be feisty, and I'm kind of glad that I don't have to deal with that. At the same time, I kind of want to though. Like, if I was able to talk to them, or at least to be in a meeting where like we could have someone translate and we can talk, like I would definitely love to tell the parents why like some of their kids are not performing well, or like what things they do well. Like, I would really like to do that, honestly, even though like I don't have the responsibility to do that. Because some of the Korean teachers say like if a kid doesn't do well, they go, oh, what do they do? Oh, I'm so nervous to call the parents because I know that they're gonna get upset. And I'm like, there's nothing to be. They could be upset all they want. If they don't do well, they don't do well, and this is why. And I tell them, and like the Korean teachers, like, to keep the parents still wanting their kids to come to the school and stuff, they have to sugarcoat and all this stuff. No, I'll just keep it real. But of course, I feel like until like I can master Korean, if I had a translator, they would probably try to sugarcoat anyways. But yeah, so not having to deal with the parents, but I kind of also want to though. Like, I would love to tell the parents like the good things that the kids do, and like things that they can work on, And I would be pretty like honest about it, and I'd be like, look, don't, you know what? I'll use Papago or Google Translate. Not even Google Translate. So that doesn't work. Papago or like Naver Translate or whatever. Like, I probably would do that. I don't even want a translator because these parents need to hear it. Like, your kids are not all that great, but they're not bad either. Just so you know. Speaking of bad though, I think the 5th thing, we'll probably have to have the Korean co-teachers. Like we all have a Korean co-teacher for our class. So every class is assigned to a different co-teacher. So like anytime a kid misbehaves or they don't want to do work or we have a problem with something, like I remember one time like my AC wasn't working and I called them and they came and fixed it. One time my clock wasn't working, like, so it's not like having like a server or anything, but like they're really fast and they're really good at helping. And honestly, just like again speaking with bad, I don't want to say like kids are bad, but when they misbehave, um don't get me wrong, like these kids are super sweet and they're great to their own in their own ways, but there are moments when they misbehave, there are moments when they talk back, there are moments when they're like, I don't want to do this, I'm not doing it. But no, these kids misbehave, and so when they do, I'm like, cool. Again, me being a foreign, I don't know what I can and cannot do here. They told me to create like a good discipline system, and yeah, I do. Some of them are like they don't want to do it, so they behave. Some are like, I don't care, I ain't scared of the popo, right? And I'm just like, look, calm down. So I'm not exactly sure what I can and cannot do, and I know that at some schools, like some Korean teachers, put their hands on kids. I can't do that. Again, I'm foreign. I'm not trying to get deported. I probably wouldn't want to put my hands on them anyways, but I can just call my Korean co-teacher, and I'm like, look, so and so student is not behaving. They don't want to do their work. Da da da. 0.2 seconds. They come up in there, pull them out of class. Sometimes they grab them by their shoulder. They go da 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 in Korean. Da 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 da. But fix your attitude. And then next thing I know, they come back in there and they're like, yes, teacher. And I'm like, that's what I thought. So, but yeah. So I mean, I guess those are the 5 great things about being a teacher here in Korea. And yeah, I'm gonna cut it here. It's already 11 minutes. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay too. Give it a thumbs down because that's what the button's there for anyways. Already here, might as well subscribe and go ahead and comment. I want to know if you guys have any questions about anything, or you want me to talk about more things, or to elaborate more on certain things. Let me know what I can do to make the channel more interesting. But I'm doing this, but I kind of feel like if I'm going to post this on YouTube for the world to see, we're all in this together. So, help a girl out. Bye.